Hello, hello, and welcome to A Better World with Adrian, the podcast. This is where I, Adrian Schroeder, commune with you once a week and share tools, insights, experiences, modalities, portals, and healings so that you can live the life you want. You can live your dreams. We can all live our dreams, and when we do this, we contribute and build a better world together. So sit back, relax, grab a beverage, grab your highest self, an open mind, an open heart, and receive. You are worthy, and a new earth is here when we believe and be.
So nice.
Yeah, I just made that up and I was... Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode on A Better World with Adrian. I am so excited to welcome you to the space for today's episode, and I just say thank you. Thank you for giving your most precious resources, your time, your energy, your attention to this space, to this podcast. It really means so much that you press play and lean into all of this expansion. It really matters. And yeah, I'm just so excited and grateful that you are here. Before we dive into today's episode fully, I want to share a few announcements, a couple things going on. If you are interested, you can join. I'm going to share the details now. So first things first, the Sedona retreat is coming up May 15th through the 18th. This is 4 days of quantum healing, adventure, astrology, breathwork in the vortexes. Basically, I curate a unicorn in-person experience of quantum, rapid, accelerated transformation on sacred land with a small cohort of other powerful, ambitious, mystical souls, people coming from all over the world for this experience. I'm so grateful and excited to be leading it. So the dates are May 15th through the 18th. It is the Uranus, Cazimi, and Taurus. So we are leveraging the divine timing of shocking change and revolution with New Earth, with Mother Earth. So it's going to be an extremely, extremely powerful 4 days. This is for you if you want to get off screens, get into life, and do what most people attempt to do in a year. We're going to do that in 4 days. So that's happening May 15th through the 18th. The link to apply is in the show notes. There are just a couple spots left. So if this is you, literally apply today, and I will invite you if you're an aligned fit, and we'll get you booked. So the other thing going on is Taurus Torque Breathwork. I'm leading an online cosmic cellular breathwork class. It is on May 2nd. So this is one of my signature classes. I'm going to be teaching all on the Taurus frequencies, what it means in terms of wealth, work, your values, your self-worth, all of that, the Empress energy, the 5 earthly senses, how to manifest in the material realm, all of that. And then I'm going to be leading one of my channeled breathwork journeys for you to leverage and code in that frequency. So that's live on May 2nd. And you can either get the ticket a la carte, it's on early bird right now, or you get special access and a special ticket, or you just receive a ticket in Angel Air. So the link to all of that is in the show notes. And lastly, I have 2 spaces open for one-on-one mentorship. This is to start in May or June. This is my highest touch, highest, quickest and deepest and furthest transformation possible. I'm your daily personal astrologer, coach, guide, healer, high performance coach. We can sprinkle in-person experiences anywhere on the globe. You can add the Sedona retreat to it if you want. If you're seeking high-level one-on-one mentorship in birthing your dreams and going deep in the healing and just creating everything you desire quicker and faster with more delight, soaked in the ancient codes, this space is for you. So that's what I have going on. I would absolutely love to welcome you into one of these transformations. So like I said, May 15th through 18th, Sedona Retreat. We have Taurus Torque Breathwork on May 2nd and one-on-one mentorship. You can either start in May or June. I just have 2 spots available, and those are 6 months minimum. Spaces open up rarely because most of my clients just re-sign. Most of my clients are long-term clients, like I've been working with in high proximity for 5 years or more. So it's a really amazing opportunity that some of those spots are opening up. All right. Now let's get into today's episode. The links for everything you need are in the show notes if you want to do that stuff. Let's get into today's episode. So today's episode, I've been having literally so much fun in Angel Air. So Angel Air is my membership I reopened, and it basically is like Charlie's Angels, but New Earth edition, where I make an audio every single day, Monday through Friday, and I channel on the astrology, I channel on high performance, I channel on the energy in the space. Like I'm asking questions and I'm really talking to the amazing people in the space, and I'm like, oh, what's going on in your life? What do you want coaching on? And we come together for cosmic cellular breath work. It's truly, truly such an amazing, unique space that I'm obsessed with. And today's episode, I'm sharing one of the audio trainings that I did inside Angel Air. So I have so many frameworks in my brain literally all the time, and they come through at the right time. And this specific audio, I was like, wow, like that was really good. Like, honestly, I re-listened to it a bunch of times. And here's how you know if you're channeling the divine and if you are like truly living a life of inspiration. Like a lot of people are looking for inspiration, and it's like, inspire yourself. If you don't want to binge your own content, then something's off in how you're channeling and how you're growing. Like literally, I was looking at the Sedona retreat and I was like, I want to go to this. I want to do this. That's how it gets to feel. That's how you know you are right in the pocket of your potential and your destiny path and all the things. So I actually re-listened to this audio several times, and I was like, and I'm going to share that on the podcast, because the podcast, this place is designed for you to heal and grow. And the podcast I do once a week, maybe twice a week, and I love channeling here. It's like, this is my offering to the collective. And I've also just been, ever since I did Starstruck and I reopened Angel Air, and I've been doing these daily audios, I just think it's fun to share one on the podcast every once in a while. And it also gives you an opportunity to really discover more of what it's like to be coached by me, because on the podcast, I'm really channeling my ideas and everything. And yes, I'm doing that in Angel Air too. Angel Air is basically like private podcast, but like fully unhinged. Like my paid client spaces are a lot more free in terms of what I speak about, how far we can go, the specific language, how it ties into the astrology. I said at the beginning of 2025, like that I would not become one of those like cosmic weather reporters. I see so many people in the online space. They're like, there's so much going on in the astrology, and they feel like they need to teach on all of it, and they need to report on all of it, and blah, 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 blah. And do I always have something to share? Yes. And obviously, my energy goes to my paid client spaces, and those are the premium spaces, and that's where I'm teaching on everything. So like people that follow me on Instagram, for example, they might be like, wow, she's not really posting about this, this, and this. And it's like, I'm not posting about it. I just dropped a 30-minute training on it for my paid clients. Because it's about depth and quality. Like I've really, 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 I've been reading and rereading the book 10x is Easier Than 2x by Benjamin Hardy. And the mastermind I'm in, that's a really big focus of the work I'm doing the next year in this mastermind is 10x. What does it mean to 10x every single part of your life? And how 10xing is actually easier than 2x because it requires such a radical identity shift. You cannot like think in the same way. You cannot behave in the same way. You cannot do the same things. And so I think maybe this like experiment with sharing more of my audios and like repurposing them, I guess. Like basically I'm just like lifting the curtain to you, to like what it's like and the depth and the training and all of that, and sharing some of the magic that goes on behind the scenes in the mindful joy ecosystem. I think it is part of 10x is easier than 2x because I'm like, wow, I had this really amazing audio and like I want to share about it on the podcast. However, why would I re-record a whole podcast when I can just share this audio? So the audio is called The Truth of Maybe and my Rice Krispies Manifestation Formula. So what this audio, I go into what maybe really means. People say maybe all the time. It actually is a deeply harmful word because it boxes us into something called indecision. And one of my favorite quotes, it's by Alex Hermosi. So say what you want about Alex Hermosi. He is extremely, extremely successful, wealthy, and he impacts a lot of people for the better. So he says, money loves speed, wealth loves time, poverty loves indecision. And so when people say maybe, when you say maybe, when you're getting maybe, it's a result of indecision. We've got to have hard yes or hard no, clean lines. That's how you know you're in alignment. That's how you know you can be really guided by spirit because you're getting yes and no, yes and no. Maybe is a sign is a deep sign of indecision. So I go into that and then I teach my Rice Krispies Manifestation Formula. I'm not going to go deep into that. I'm just going to let you listen to this audio and receive it. Yeah, I used to have an allergy to the word manifestation for many, many years. And the reason why is because I saw a lot of people using it to be complacent. They're like, oh, I'm just going to manifest. I'm just going to manifest. And it's like, cool. You're not actually creating anything. You're being complacent. You are squandering your gifts. You're squandering this precious life. So I really had an issue with the word manifestation for a long time. And I used to call myself a conscious creation coach because I did not want to be lumped into the manifestation bullshit, for lack of a better word. And now I've made my peace with it. And I'm like, yeah, this is my channel download on manifestation and my process, my 3-part process that works literally every single time. So without further ado, let us enjoy the audio from Angel Air. And of course, if you love this and you want to receive daily downloads like this from me, exclusive to Angel Air, like there's so much magic. It's truly amazing. Like I could be charging, that space is $222 per month. I could be charging $2,000 a month for the amount of value that people are getting. And especially if you're in lunar and you're doing the breathwork replays in alignment with everything. Because what I do is I say, hey, here's the energy. And I'm like, these are the breath works to do right now to leverage this energy. And people are doing them and they're creating insane results in their relationships, in their business, in their cash flow, in their destiny path, in their health, in their habits. It's something to behold. It's so special and amazing. So I'm really excited to bring this to you. Before we officially move over to receiving that, let us call upon the altar. The altar is how we say thank you in advance to Spirit for this transmission, for this opportunity to connect and to learn and to evolve and to grow together. So on the altar, I have one white lily. I got this lily because I was just really feeling this freshness of spring. And a lily is the white. It's the white of snow. It's the white of white star. It is the white of purification and a new beginning. On the altar, I have some daffodils as well, and they are very, very happy and nourished, and they are white with a yellow center, and it just is a reminder that like we have a new beginning, and the yellow center is the power. It's the solar plexus. So you must be in your full power. No more giving your power away to others. No more giving your power away to the scroll, to what other people think, to the government, to limiting beliefs. You have ultimate power every single day, all day, when you tap into the truth of Creator. And from there, you can have a new beginning every single moment. On the altar, I have a white unscented candle burning, purifying the space, calling in all healed ancestors, guides, all energies for the highest timeline and good of all. And on the altar, the final piece of the altar is our life force energy. We will fuse our minds, bodies, and spirits together as a community to set the space for what gets to occur. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale out the mouth. Inhale through the nose. This time, hold at the top. Bring an intention to this space. Not what are you getting from this podcast? What are you giving? What are you bringing? Keep holding at the top because you can. Bring your magic, presence, power, joy, strength. Exhale out the mouth. The portal has been set. The transmission can now begin. And please enjoy this audio from Angel Air, The Truth of Maybe, and my Rice Krispies Manifestation Formula. Good morning, angels! Happy Tuesday. 'Tis the day of Mars, and Mercury has entered Aries, which is ruled by Mars. It's time to take bold action. It's time to shift the grid because you move. Okay, I have 2 downloads coming in. And first, you remember how I told you I was just like listening to like nostalgic music over the weekend and like crying? Well, one of the hashtag Libra Moon. One of the songs that I rediscovered is Dare You to Move by Switchfoot, I think it was. And I've been listening to that song on repeat, and it literally is the game of manifestation, like dare you to move. Dare you to move like nothing ever happened. Like so many people live their lives based on the past, and then they create the very thing they've been avoiding by avoiding it. You know what I mean? Mercury and Aries, say the thing. Say the bold thing you've actually always thought and believed. And say it in such a way that it's precise. If you're getting maybes in your life, then there's a maybe somewhere within you. How you're in deep alignment with your inner game is if you're getting hard yes and hard no. I will never forget one of the first times I got certified in breath work, and I started, putting myself out there, which is very Aries in itself, right? I wasn't waiting around to be invited to do breath work somewhere. I was pursuing it. I was calling places. I was pitching myself. I was saying, hey, this modality is amazing. It's changing my life. You'd be crazy not to experience it. And I'll never forget, I went to this one place, a very classical training yoga studio, very just it's one of those yoga studios where you go in and the teacher's cueing everybody like they have the same body. Hey, this is the right and wrong way to do this pose. Now, is there some room for that? Yes. And it's can be so rigid, and black and white, and it's not a vibe. It can be not welcoming a lot. And so I went to this yoga studio. I was super excited. I mean, you know me, I'm this happy-go-lucky, puppy vibe. I'm woohoo, life is amazing. We're alive again. And then a lot of people are super jaded. But anyways, I went to this yoga studio and I pitched breathwork, and I led the owner through the breathwork. And when I tell you it was a hard no, it was a hard no. They were I don't want to say the affirmations. It was the wattage, they literally could not hold the wattage of this breath work. They were I'm just going to do box breathing in and out the nose. And, that was their comfort zone, and that was what they were available for. However, I didn't let up on the gas of my magic and what I believe in. And I didn't try and fit it into a box for them. I was hey, take it or leave it. So the first download is, where are you getting maybe in your life, and how is that maybe a direct reflection of a maybe within you? Right now, for basically everything in my life, I'm getting hard yes or hard no. I've been having a lot of conversations with people about the Sedona retreat, and it's a few months ago I was getting a lot of maybes, and now I'm getting absolute yes and absolute no. Someone actually said no to coming to Sedona because of the political climate, which really alarmed me, because if we're making decisions from fear, you've already lost. If you're making a decision from fear, you've already lost. And the whole game of New Earth is, and it's so interesting because people are I don't want to be controlled by the government, but then the government's literally controlling their decisions by them saying no to the big yes in their soul. And honestly, it's one of the biggest things that I've learned how to just be in relationship with and not take responsibility for as a mentor and a healer and a coach is when I see someone and I can feel their soul saying yes, and then I literally watch their human mind cock block them from the blessings meant for them. This person, I was oh my God, I can tell their soul is supposed to be there. There's a timeline where they say yes and their soul comes to Sedona and everything changes wildly and more faster than they ever thought possible. And then there's a timeline where they choose fear and they stay stuck spiraling for another year, another 2 years, another 3 years. And I watched them choose the lower timeline. And I actually posted about it on my stories today. Obviously, I didn't say the person's name. I did say hey, I had the most amazing soul wanting to come to Sedona, and they literally said no to themselves because of the political climate. That's outsourcing your power, okay? Aries is I am. You are the authority. So no matter what you're doing in life, and here's the thing too, like, I celebrated that no because it was clear. They were like, and like, it's a no for me because of the political climate. It's not my business why they say no. That's not my journey. They didn't hire me as their mentor. Now, if they had paid me and they're like, okay, coach me, I'm like, hey, this is literally why you don't have the results you want. Like A, B, C, D, E. I could see it in the process of you making this decision, all of the things. That's not my job at that point. They said their no, that's their journey. If you're getting maybe, there's a maybe within you. It's not your job to micromanage the yes or no in your external grid. Your job is to manage and claim and create and command the yes and no within you. If you're getting maybe, it's because there's a maybe within you. You're circling in doubt. You are hesitating. Like, Aries is literal no hesitation. Every time you hesitate, you fuck up the flow. Like, one of the most common, honestly dangerous forms of people pleasing and hesitations I see is at four-way stops. It's at four-way stops when people are like, you go, no, you go, no, you go. I'm like, you were here first, just go. Go after what you want in life. No one's going to give it to you. And the correct people will be a hell yes, and everybody else will be an absolute no. Okay? I am an absolute no for people that are addicted to scrolling. I am an absolute no for people that do not want to take responsibility for their life. I'm an absolute no for people that don't like astrology. I'm an absolute no for anybody who's going to blame the government or the economy for their results. Like, I'm an absolute no for that, and that's a celebration. So that's the first download I want to share with you today. It's very Aries. It's like, you've got to be boldly and relentlessly blasting forward and blazing your path. And if you're like, every time you get a full, like, clear no, I want you to celebrate that. Because you're going to get a clear, full yes. Okay? Full yes or not at all. Okay? And a full yes is not like it's going to feel good. This whole feel good thing is not serving people. Like, you're going to be wildly uncomfortable on your path of greatness. And that's the whole point. That's what makes it fun. I just was at the gym. I call it leg assassination day. And I'm like, I am going to assassinate my lower body in such a way, with such precision, that me walking out of the gym, I'm going to feel like I can barely walk. And that's going to reap rewards for the whole week. That's why I only really need to do one hard leg day per week. The rest I'm doing like auxiliary muscles, recovery, stretching. It's powerful. Okay, and the other download I want to share is this little framework. It's called Rice Krispies Manifestation. Because the whole point of Angel Air is I want you quantum leaping on repeat. Quantum leap on repeat. What is the point of being an earth angel? Why are you here in this lifetime? To get everything you want and to make a positive impact in the world. You are not here to settle. Every time you settle, you suffer. And by the way, if you're getting maybes, it's because you're settling on some level. So I taught this on my podcast maybe like a year or two ago. I can't remember, but Rice Krispies Manifestation. Anybody ever eat Rice Krispies growing up? Okay, and it was like snap, crackle, pop. Snap, crackle, pop. You pour the milk on the Rice Krispies and it goes snap, crackle, pop. Fun fact, I grew up 30 minutes from the Kellogg's cereal factory. And so if you drove by, the town is called Battle Creek, Michigan. If you drive by Battle Creek, it literally smells like Fruit Loops. It's just a fun specific thing about that area. Snap, crackle, pop. This is the game of Rice Krispie Manifestation, and it makes it fun, it makes it playful, and it makes it really accessible. The first step to creating any new result is you've got to snap. and I think I've taught on this before. I want to teach on it again. If you haven't snapped yet, if you haven't gotten sick of your own bullshit yet, it's like you look in the mirror and you're like, I'm so done. I think actually, I haven't taught this in Angel Air. I think I was teaching on it in Holy Habits Hive Mind. Because in Holy Habits Hive Mind, we are really leaning into, the daily habits for health. And it's like, at a certain point, you just get fed up with your own bullshit. And you're like, no more. And I compare this to when I finally got sober or when I finally left my ex. I'm like, it's like, have you ever gotten to a point where you're like, I'm just like annoyed with myself right now? I remember saying this to one of my coaches like 3 years ago. And because I was like, I had gotten caught up in a mental loop about whether or not I had put my class at the right time. And it was very trivial and silly, honestly. I was like, oh, should it be at 1 p.m. or 4 p.m.? What's going to work better for people's schedules? And it was my whole brain just being silly and being in fear. And I said to my coaches in Voxer, I was like, honestly, I'm annoyed with myself right now. This is really annoying. This is like annoying right now. I'm over it. And I immediately just shifted. And so, I mean, give me a fire emoji if you've ever just been like, I'm so done with my own bullshit right now. And it's not about shame. It's about like, I'm literally so sick of this. Like, no more. I'm so annoyed. No, that's the snapping point. So if there's a new result you want in your life, I want to ask you, have you snapped yet? If you're allowing it still, you haven't snapped yet. So most people never snap, to be honest. And that's what makes you so special. That's what makes you an earth angel and this unique cross section of an ambitious mystic. Somebody literally said to me the other day, they were like, the more I heal, the less ambitious I get. And I was like, wow, that's really interesting. And it's this whole complacency thing where people are like, all I need to do is focus on healing and be in inner peace and just be comfortable. And it's like, when COVID was hitting, I raised my hand in the yoga teacher training I was part of at the time, which, by the way, I left for this very reason. And they totally gaslit me. I raised my hand and I'm like, so what are we going to do when COVID gets to the US? And then it was like crickets. And they're like, oh, well, we've just got to be mindful and stay in the present moment. And that's not going to come over here. And I was like, yo, I've been talking to my teacher, my Chinese medicine teacher in Asia. This shit's coming, okay? And it's not a 2-week lockdown. It's like 6 months, maybe more. And I'm saying this in literally January 2020. And everybody's looking at me like I got 3 heads. Talk about getting a hell yes and a hell no. Pretty much everybody in the class was like viscerally rejecting. And they were like, it was this total complacency. Like the more I heal, the less ambition I have. And I'm like, no, the more we heal, the more ambition is unlocked because our power's unlocked. How dare we be complacent? How dare we squander the new magic and the new power and the new wattage? So first question in this Rice Krispies Manifestation is like, have you snapped yet? Have you snapped yet? Have you gotten so sick of your own bullshit that you've snapped and you're like, I'm changing this. No more. I'm so sick of it. I'm annoyed by this. Okay? And then crackle. Crackle's the part where you're in the game and you're just flowing and you're just grooving and you're just dancing. And I call it the magical kitchen sink. You're throwing the kitchen sink at the thing, right? You're doing all your spiritual maximum effort. You're doing all your physical maximum effort. You're taking all the actions. You're following the energy. You're having fun. You're hitting it from every angle, and you're doing it with magic and joy and play and pleasure and delight. And it's all about the crackle is like you've got to stay in this frequency consistently for long enough for it to pop. And this is what I'm talking about when I'm like, be the relentless one that never quits. People underestimate the power of being the stubborn one that never quits. Literally the only time ever in the history of all the clients I have worked with. I've been coaching in high performance since I was 15 years old. Since I was 15, people have come to me for high performance to master their craft. It started in music. I transitioned to all different things. The only time, and when I discovered breath work, it quantum leaped that whole thing, like insane. People wonder why the illogical results me and all of you create. It's like we have a secret weapon. It's called cosmic cellular breath work. A lot of people out here doing breath work, they're not clicking into divine timing like we are. The only time people don't create amazing results is if you half-ass it or if you quit. Most people quit before they pop. You've got to stay in that crackle. It's like, I'm crackling, I'm consistent, I'm out here, I'm playing the game, I'm in the arena. And then if you stay there long enough and you never quit and you keep getting feedback, what's working, what's not working, what's not working. I'm willing to be seen. I'm willing to do things differently. I'm willing to go toe to toe with my shadow. I'm willing to have fun. If you let it have fun, it will happen way, way, way faster. Because fun is that light diamond energy, right? Then you start to pop. And it's like, ooh, pop, 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 pop. And they start to be, it's like one at a time. And then all of a sudden it's like all these pops. And you're like, oh my God, I'm blowing up. And everybody calls you an overnight success. And you're like, actually, I just did the snap, crackle, pop, man. I snapped a long time ago while no one was watching. I crackled. I had the time of my life crackling. And then it popped. And that's when everybody sees it, you know. It's like the iceberg analogy where people, you know, you see the top of the iceberg, but what you don't see down into the ocean is like miles and miles and miles of ice. People only see the top, but they don't see everything you've traversed behind the scenes. So I'm curious how that shows up for you. I would love to know. I would just love to hear what's coming through for you when you receive this. First, in terms of like, where are you a maybe? Are you getting hard yes, hard no, or maybes? And then I really want to hear from you about the snap, crackle, pop. Have you snapped yet? Are you crackling? Are you popping? And here's the thing, it's a circle. So for me, March for me was a lot of crackle and pop. And guess what? I'm back in the crackle. I'm back in the crackle, I guess, phase. Because what got you where you currently are is not going to get you where you're going. You've got to keep everything that worked, delete the things that did not work, and double down on just that 20% that really, really, really moved the needle. And it's going to be wildly uncomfortable, and then you're going to crackle at that point. Okay, so I would love to hear from you how this is hitting for you on this fine day of Mercury entering Aries. I love you. I believe in you. Go be the reason someone believes in life again, and let the first person be you. May this serve you on your highest timeline path in your day moving forward, in your life moving forward. I hope you enjoyed this sneak peek into angel air and you got so many golden nuggets out of it that are going to blow your mind and change your life moving forward and really help you be part of ushering in a world we're proud of, a better world. If you want to go deeper into this work, the links to everything are in the show notes. Go out there, be the change, be the light, be the real you. Go make a stranger smile, because you have no idea how much that matters, how much your energy, your smile, your presence, your joy, how much you can change someone's life in a tiny moment that you think is insignificant. I love you so much. I believe in you. I believe in a better world. And I will see you next time on A Better World with Adrienne. Thank you so much for tuning in to A Better World with Adrienne. If you liked this episode, please subscribe to A Better World. Share this podcast with someone you love, someone you know that has dreams and visions to share with all of us for a better world. So subscribe, please leave a review, and let's spread this message like the wildfire of the heart, of the soul, of a better world. Follow me on Instagram at mindfuljoymuse. Tag me in your stories and let's spread this message. Don't forget, you're the only you that exists in the history of the universe. You are important, you are worthy, you are valuable, your ideas are needed and an important part of a better world. Love you and see you soon.
Nice.